Hey, y'all, not sure which one of these mics. Hopefully one of them is picking up. Let me hand one to Saye. Hold one for now. Say hey.
Hey.
So the problem I have right now is my dog decided he is going for a freaking swim. Everything is just... Everything's been entertaining. Mariner decided he's going for a swim. It's on this camera. Let me see. There's Say hey. And Mariner's out there. So let me get my dog.
Damn dog.
Can you hear me, Greg? Can you hear me, Alex? Hey, y'all. Hey, Tim. Yeah, Mariner decided last minute he's going to go for a swim. So you see him right there. Freaking nut job coming up here, dropping spuds. And he decides that he's had enough of the boat for the day and he wants to get out there. So let me, hopefully the gangway reaches the marsh. Nope, you're coming in the mud over here. Come here. Yeah, quit whining. There you go. Come on up. All right, so let me hop over to the computer real quick, make sure this audio is not doing what it did yesterday. Is the audio transmitting just fine? How does it sound? How does it sound on your end? It's showing that it's transmitting on my end. Doesn't look all that bad. Sounds good? Okay. Sounds good.
Game.
All right, so yeah, I came out here today. I'll show you Saye's peg leg in a minute. He brought the drone. Hopefully we get the drone up, do some drone shots for you. Got a couple other issues that arise as soon as we get going. Mariner, like I said, I get here, start putting the spuds in. I guess his tennis ball rolled over, and he decided to go in after it. So, yeah. And then, of course, my drug dealer got me earlier, so I'm behind on that. I don't know how y'all do with this, but it is freaking Girl Scout cookie season, and I've got a couple packs of Thin Mints chilling in the freezer. So I was out running errands and I had to turn around because I saw the Girl Scouts out and about, so I had to go get myself some Thin Mints. Gonna throw these back on ice and hopefully get that Ooni figured out today, and also get this drone up in the air, show you some footage of this spot before we move on. The table should be ready in a couple days, and I will go ahead and build out a new table to do all the cooking on the bow, dress up the studio a little bit more, hopefully get some new cables in, and get going from there. But let me throw these on the freezer, throw these back in the freezer, and we'll go over there and start cooking. So, Say, I would just throw that. Yeah, you got the mic on?
Yes.
Just if you want to hop up there and sit down on the water side of the bow. Yeah, so as if yesterday wasn't complicated enough. Don't
even think about
the smoker, I was gonna go ahead and try my hand at some pizza dough. So we've got that going for us today, along with a couple other complicated things. I figured the dog, Mariner's over here wanting freaking cheese. I figured let's accelerate the failure rate, and that'll also bring up the learning curve a little bit more, and eventually allow me to produce better quality material. So I added some pressure to today by creating homemade or handmade cheese, not handmade cheese, but handmade pizza. Mariner is going to want some of this freaking cheese, so let's go ahead. He spazzed out there. That was freaking epic. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Is it better for you to sit? What's it better for you to do?
I'm good, whatever.
Yeah, so Saye's walking around with his freaking peg leg. I thought he was going to have to crutch down the dock today, and he showed up. He's like, have you seen my peg? And that thing is epic. So I don't know if you have met Saye other than a couple of videos. I haven't had him on a live stream yet. Saye came out with us last year when Alfred was in town, and we did the Pluff Mud episode. That was actually on Saye's boat. He was very tolerant of us taking the boat out, getting it all messy, and yeah, so we've got him out here with us today. Let me bring out some pizza sauce, a bell pepper, and some flour. So I don't have it's not that the water's not hooked up. I'm holding water. The other day was rinsing out the tank, the waste tank, and I broke it. So I got to go buy a new wastewater tank. So it's always something with a boat. All right, what do we got? What do we got? I need to get that thing rolling, right? Say, talk to him.
Takes about 20 minutes or so to get hot.
Say's the one that does all my research. You know me, I just kind of jump into it. Cuban rum, hey man. Yeah, Tim, good to see you. Greg, hopefully you're still on as well. The pizza oven, Tim, we are going to figure out how to get that going right now. So hopefully, I had it rolling earlier. Hopefully I can figure it out again. These pellets, I do know that I need to put them in a 5-gallon bucket at some point. So let's
Let's fill this up.
God dang it. There's nothing to stand that up against. It needs to go in a 5-gallon bucket at some point, but we're
my peg leg.
we're gonna throw some tumbleweeds in. Looks like I opened them from the other side. Mare, do not go in with that ball again. So
It's just to fill this up.
Huh? I put them there last time. It worked better. Otherwise, they smother themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's there for ventilation. All right, let's light that. I got one tumbleweed that doesn't want to light and one that's flaming on. So while we do this, like I said in yesterday's stream, I do have some chefs lined up. Apparently I brought out as well. Do have some chefs lined up for cooking. My DMs, I put it down in the description below. If you have any chefs in the Charleston area for right now, please by all means get them to reach out. Want to get more people out here and cook. Let me get out of your way while you look at Saye messing with that thing. It's got flames rolling. Yeah, it's got a lot of soot too. It's pretty nasty. It's got flames rolling, so hopefully we'll have a hot surface here to cook on in a second. Let me hop over here. One thing I do need to do is oh, your wife's signed in, listening in, Tim. That's great. She needs to come here and cook in Charleston. Y'all need to make a vacation of it sometime. All right. Let's see if this thing is working. what is my dog's temperature right now? He's about 67 degrees Fahrenheit, the old Mariner there. So that rock needs to heat up pretty good there. But I think while it is, we can go ahead and get some stuff prepped. Saye might step out of the screen for a second while he gets that drone ready. So while he's doing that, I might go ahead and start prepping some of this pizza. So Tim, your wife, the chef, signing in. Please go ahead and go in those comments below. I can tell you one thing, I've never done this before either. So we shall see how I do with some pizza dough. We shall see. I know that's too big, so let me maybe cut that. And that doesn't want to cut. If I do anything, I do it the wrong way. I know I'm supposed to pinch these up. Pretty sure I'm supposed to pinch these up.
Come grab that drone.
And start working it towards the outside. We shall see. I've got plenty of dough, so if I do mess this up,
Likely.
if I do mess this up,
I'll still eat it.
yeah, we've got stuff to replace it. Doesn't look like I'm making that much progress on a crust. So let's see. If any of y'all, like I said yesterday, if any of y'all have some good dough recipes, pizza is one of my favorite things. And the good thing about pizza for me right now is I'm actually able to eat it. Right after Thanksgiving, before Christmas, right around that time frame, I had to go to the emergency room with diverticulitis, and it's really put a damper on my diet. I, for some reason, can't get this thing made into a circle. But it's really put a damper on my diet. We got any comments going on there in this comment section? What we got, Say?
Nope. Just the wife is here today.
That's it? I'm sure, Tim, your wife has got something to say to my bread rolling technique. Let me zoom in a little bit on this camera just to get you a little bit closer so you can see and critique me a little bit better. So, Tim, thanks again for hanging out with me all day yesterday. I do appreciate it. Not sure what you had going on your Sunday, but I appreciate you coming in. How many people does it say up there on the top left?
Enough. But now Tim's wife says get a book called Pastry Chef's Little Black Book.
Pastry Chef's Little Black Book. I'll have to look into that.
Go to the focaccia recipe and use that for pizza crust.
Pizza crust? One of my favorite, I'm just going to let this slowly drip. One of my favorite crusts to make actually is, or not make, eat. I've never made it before, is, what do you call it? There's a latency, so if you play that, you're going to have an echo. One of my favorite ones to eat is mellow mushroom, and I really wish I knew how to make that one with the molasses that it's got in it, because their pizza is amazing with that molasses in that crust. But like I told you yesterday, I'm a huge fan. Aside from the diverticulitis, my guess is I will also one day be diagnosed with diabetes. I cannot, for the likes of me, get this to look and resemble like a circle at all. One thing I'm not afraid to do is come out here and embarrass myself on YouTube, and I'm actually kind of glad that, what you doing? You need to temp it?
Is your pizza stone in there?
Yeah, the stone's in there. One one thing I'm not afraid to do is actually embarrass myself. I actually love that I'm able to document this with you because over the course of this next year, as I get some chefs out, I'm hoping
he's going to have some actual talent out here.
I'm hoping my skill set improves and I will have a baseline in which to judge it from.
It has to improve. The only way it can go is up.
So, because I definitely do not have a circular pie going on here. I do not have a circular pie going on. What was that temp at?
250.
Oh, so it's still got a ways to go. We got to probably put more pellets in.
It's about time.
So you use this as a scoop. Well, we got flames. That's an improvement from yesterday. Oh. We got flames. That's definitely an improvement over yesterday. So also, by the way, Mariner ate most of the pizza last night. He did what a child would do, where he ate the toppings and literally threw the crust on the ground. I got back to the dock after bringing the boat back to the dock. I got back to the dock and was messing with the spuds, getting them all situated, and the motor situated in the back, and came up to the bow, and there was a pizza crust right here on the ground, and a dog very satisfied with himself. So that is probably the best I'm going to do on that one. What'd you do with the scoop? There it is. Well, we'll go ahead and just leave that one alone for now, and I'll try my efforts with another one. I'm sure that is way too much flour, but I know you don't want it to stick, so I'm going to put that down and try to toss another crust. Yeah, like I said, I'm not afraid to come out here and make a fool of myself. And hopefully some of y'all can appreciate that, because like I said before, the learning curve is one of the most difficult things to overcome in anything in life. And the more you accelerate your failures, you're actually not supposed to hit it like that. I'm pretty sure I did see that. All my caveman habits are coming out in me. The more you accelerate your failures, the more you see improvements, I guess, over time. Because we learn through failures, and I certainly had them. You get a chance to learn through them and grow through them. And if you're not afraid of failure, you'll grow rather quickly. So I think I'm making an idiot of myself. Can you actually mute? I'm hearing myself talk through the phone over there, and it is throwing me off. But leave it. Hey, it was a pellet. Leave it. Threw a pellet overboard, and Mariner almost went in the water. Yeah, I am not doing too well at this. Oh man, this is ridiculous. I just put a hole in it. Oh, I did read you're supposed to take your ring off. I'm sure my serial ring is not helping. Can you see what that comment section looks below? I'm sure. I need to get a screen out here so I can see y'all's comments, because I'm just sitting here flying blind. And
Huh? You're doing a great job. You're doing such a good job that Tim's wife is having anxiety watching this.
Well, feel free to break out the sangria. I'm sure you already have, or
something stronger,
or the rosé, or whatever. Because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. Hopefully, if there's any chefs in the Charleston area watch this, that they take sympathy on me and they come out here and give me a lesson in this. I don't know how to fix that hole. I'm gonna have a pizza donut, a donut pizza or something.
I don't think that's what we were going for.
No, you don't think so?
Nope.
So, anyways, I'm at least happy that that Ooni is working. I do know that a lot of people rave about that Ooni, and I was not giving it much credit, and I know it's all user error, as I'm sure all of you tuning into this right now know by watching this that almost anything I do is user error. And this looks like a child making pizza right now. I'm sure any trained chef is probably screaming right now, and all the Italians in my lineage are rolling over in their grave that they it has somehow become this. This is my pizza.
Like I said, there's only room to move up.
Only room to move up. Mayor's like, just throw me some scraps right now. Not sure what else there is to talk about because this is embarrassing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these oblong pies, but I cannot get them, and I don't.
You can't spin it, can you?
I cannot spin it. I know you're supposed to do like this too if you can't spin it.
But you got a hole in it again.
I got a hole in it again? That hole's just staying there. It's going to have a really thin side and thick crust and not be circular at all. I can pinch that hole back together, but
I think part of the idea is not to overwork the dough.
not overwork the dough. How's that looking in there?
It should be getting hot.
Because I'm wanting to actually go ahead and burn some of these pies.
557.
It's supposed to be 9.
600. So says it takes about 20 minutes.
All right, we want to put more pellets in there
It's still burning pretty good.
because I'll get a pie breaded up. I mean, sauced up. One of my favorite bakeries back home is actually probably pretty upset with me. Back home is the Cleveland, Ohio area. There is Rito's Bakery. I actually went to school with the family that their grandmother owns the place, and they do an amazing sheet pan pizza. That's a cold pizza, actually, lightly cheesed, and it is one of my favorite pizzas. It's actually, when I go home, it's what Mom makes sure that I actually get. There's certain foods that remind me of home, and that's one of them. They also make an amazing cannoli, which I don't really find down here in the South. And seeing how terrible of a job I do making pizza, I probably shouldn't touch cannolis anytime soon. But we got 6 little pepperoni soldiers on there. Let me hop over to that comment section and interact with some of y'all while we wait for that to heat up. Throw it out.
Have you checked the radar?
Bigger room for error. Yeah, the problem is
Have you checked the radar? It looks like it's moving this way.
pizza donut sounds awesome. All donuts are awesome. Definitely going to fry up that fryer here in a few episodes and get some donuts going. And then dipping sauce in the center sounds great. One thing we are working on, for those of y'all tuning in that don't know me, know that I sell sausage and meats for a living. And we are working on a sausage that's flavored like pepperoni, and it's got a high melt mozzarella in it, that will then allow you to roll it in a pizza dough, and stick it in the deep fryer. And that thing's like, I'm dying for the plant to get that thing made. And then we got Tim over here saying, throw it out. I can't throw it out. It might come straight out of the oven and into the water, but then I got a little black lab that's going to jump in the water after it. But we'll see. We shall see. But let's hop back out there and see what we got going on.
It's getting hot now.
It's getting hot.
Almost all of the pellets have gotten warm.
I'm not patient at all. I know y'all know that from watching this. I'm really just dying to put that in there and see how it does.
You're in the military. Everything was hurry up and wait. Everything.
I'm out. I'm out of the military. It's no longer hurry up and wait. It's no longer hurry up and wait.
Maybe that explains a few things.
So I don't really have a good story to tell you. And yes, we might get rained on.
It's moving this way.
I checked the radar earlier and it would look fine, but it was over.
Well, that's how weather works, Derek.
It was over Atlanta.
You know, it moves.
It was over Atlanta at the time, coming this way. I just didn't know what time it was going to get here. Yeah, it looks good. You have a hard time to be back at the dock anyways. That's why today we had to be a little bit sporadic with it, because Saye actually has to go have pizza again later. Probably going to turn out much better than what I'm making right now. But
I'll take what I learned today and bring it back to you.
But yeah, I'm like dying to get somebody out here to teach me how to actually do this, as I'm sure Tim's wife and everyone else is screaming at the TV or the screen, telling me what I'm doing wrong. But let me put some pepper on here. Sprinkle some pepper on there as well. I was so tempted to grab some pineapples. I don't know what y'all's school of thought is, but I absolutely love pineapples. And I love them on everything. We're actually probably, I will be taking that smoker. And one of my favorite desserts to do is actually cook a pineapple for about 3 hours, bake it, cut it in half, scoop out the center, caramelize that, and put it with ice cream. I'm a big fan of macadamia nuts and a big fan of dried, what do you call it? Bananas, having a brain fart. Dried bananas, so I'll take it and I'll put it in there and I'll use it as a boat, and it is probably one of the most delicious desserts I've ever made. You still stoking that flame over there? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Saye. I'm sorry.
Wait 2 more minutes.
I can't wait.
Yes, you can, because it only takes a minute to cook. And I just put you gotta wait till that starts burning.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait till that starts burning.
All right, well, I'm gonna step away because Saye told me to.
Just trying to help him out a little bit.
It's not on you. Now it's on you. You can say whatever you want to say now.
I'm just trying to help him out a little bit. I mean, you know, making pizza should be something you learn pretty quickly. But if you're not patient, Derek.
So Saye and I went to the Citadel together, military college here in Charleston. He's over there eating now that he knows I turned the camera away from him. He's picking at the food, hobbling along with his peg leg, eating my pepperoni.
I'm like the king's taste tester.
But
I'm going to take the fall if any of this stuff doesn't go well.
But yeah, like I said, this is I just really wanted to get something out here, let you tune in, let you come out, say hey and hang out. It's taken a little longer than I anticipated. I'm not sure I like the Ooni on pellets. I'm more of a propane guy because I don't like waiting. And it just...
It only takes 20 minutes, and once it's there...
It's more than 20 minutes. We are 30 minutes into this feed, and that thing has been...
We didn't do nothing for like at least 10 minutes.
But it's hot enough now. I
Right.
promise you. I promise you it's hot enough now. Yeah, that's hot enough. Either way. Oh, it just dumped all the frickin' toppings. I waited too long for it on here and it's stuck to the frickin'... Come on now, we're gonna make a calzone, I guess.
Yum.
Making a calzone. That's close enough. This thing needs to be freaking floured up a little bit better, I guess, because that was ridiculous, dog. Out of my way.
Like I said, the only way he has to go is up at this point.
I'm not sure why that didn't freaking... Why it's stuck so long to this, but that's ridiculous.
More flour.
This one has that hole. I'll feed that one to the fish.
Oh God, there goes Mariner.
Mariner's out in the water. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was ridiculous that one had that hole, would not work. I'm not sure what's going on. If you're in the comment section, please let me know, because they make these videos and they make these things look great. I'm telling you, I'm not liking the fact that this thing does not heat up.
I'm still going with user error.
Oh, I know it's user error, but they make that thing look a lot easier than what it is. And no, that is day 2. That thing might get thrown overboard here shortly, because that is...
Can it be thrown overboard into my car?
That is ridiculous.
I'll be starting my own pizza making channel here soon.
That is ridiculous that thing is not heated up yet. I had a fire blazing before Saye got here, and apparently it goes from hot to ice cold immediately. Propane is going to be the way to go. I'm not going to be that patient with this thing. Ooni, I'm sorry. Everyone gives you rave reviews, but this Cro-Magnon man cannot use that oven. And now it's got me frustrated.
You realize there's a lot of irony in that statement, right?
I know. I know.
Did they have propane during the Cro-Magnon era?
Yeah, we got a burp thing because I sat there and waited too long.
Flip it over, burn it, cut a little more.
That's step 1. That's step 1. Let's document how terrible that is and show you just what I cooked. That is absolutely terrible. I'm sure, Tim, your wife is dying laughing right now at how miserable this looks. But
did the cheese at least melt inside?
oh yeah, we got melty cheese right here. I mean, it probably tastes good if you cut it open, but its presentation is not appetizing. Oh, that dough's still raw. Raw right there.
got some work to do.
Got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do. Cornmeal. Let me hop over here. See what we got going on. We got cornmeal will help release it from the board. Yeah, I definitely need some something other than that. That flour did not did not help. And out here on the water, I'm 15 minutes from the dock. And it's we're in South Carolina, so I got a 300-foot dock that I've got to walk down to get to my car and go buy cornmeal. So I do appreciate the advice, because Cuban Rum down here is saying the same thing. Use cornmeal, but I don't have any here on the boat, kind of isolated. So one thing I do know, one of my favorite books that I'm not utilizing right now is Checklist Manifesto. I definitely need to stop and make a checklist and make sure I have everything I need. Huh?
Paper towel? Something to wipe this with? I think we can do it a little better on round two.
You think so? It's in the kitchen. All right, well, let's see if I can do something better than what I did there. Satisfy the dog, sacrifice that to him. Say, I might tag out and let you free this. Sure, he can do much better job than what I'm doing. He's much more patient than I am. I've got pasta sauce all over this one too. This one's got some holes in it now. It's got 2 holes in it.
Supposed to be two more pizzas?
What's that? I think there's 2 more pizzas. I think there's 2 more pizzas, if you can call these pizzas. I'm sure Saye's going to come in here and do a much better job than me. I'm just going to plug those holes and throw it in there. I said plug those holes, but I didn't even plug that hole. I should have brought the Red Baron back out. I definitely should have came out here with some Red Baron again, because these pizzas are going to take some effort. These pizzas are going to take some effort and some patience, and I'm going to have to do a whole lot more of practicing before I get good at this. And I don't even know if I can say good before I get decent at this. But let's throw that one in and see how it does.
I brought my dog with me to work today.
Oh man, nice. All right, so one other thing I need to put on here is a timer. When you got stuff like this that requires speed and time, I probably should have a timer going so I know, because that's only supposed to be in there like a minute, and then you turn it, and a minute, and you turn it. I think that's what I remember watching. So a little bit about the area where we are right now. We're on a creek, Penny Creek. I've told you before. We've been here a few times now. We're between headquarters and Johns Island. The plantation that was this part of town was Fenwick. Ah, God dang it. I need to get that turned down better. Fenwick Plantation was here. That's about the only historic thing I know back here. I think there was another one though, wasn't there?
Not sure. Something.
His resembles more of a pizza than mine does. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Ah, burnt myself a little.
It's 900 degrees.
I can't wait to get a chef out here that actually can show me how to do this the right way. But I'm pretty sure, looking at it, we were close to done. Burnt a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's too thick to be cooked all the way through, but much better than my first attempt. What do we got underneath? I just need to figure out how to get that pie bigger, but we're moving in the right direction. I should have brought a lot more dough with me. Should have brought a lot more dough. Not entirely sure what the trick is on meats on pies yet. You pre-cook them? Because that is definitely not enough time to cook the meat up. So let's give Saye the paddle. And let me cut into this and see what I'm working with. Not sure what you can see, but I still got some raw dough. Didn't let it cook long enough. But it's a step in the right direction. While Saye's doing that, I'm going to step over here again real quick. So par bake and put the sauce and toppings on. That makes more sense. Like I said, this just doesn't seem like enough time to put any meat on. But we've got Saye. Mayor, out of his way. Hey, get out of his way. Saye going over there with his first attempt. He's actually taking temperature on the brick like you're supposed to do. Looks like he's going to add some more pellets. Probably, again, the right move rather than me just winging it. What you thinking? What you looking for?
Just to get it a little bit hotter.
What was the temp at?
750.
750? The meat is usually pre-cooked. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Civi, what's your advice? Was I just a little too impatient, and should I have left that in there a little bit longer? Would it have totally cooked the dough through, or was it just too thick and not kneaded and formed properly? That's probably my guess, but I would love to hear your opinion on it. We got Saye going ahead to put it in there. So it went in at 303. 304, you probably got to turn it. The one-legged man. You can tie a leg up and put an arm behind his back, and he's going to outcook me.
Yeah, but I fall in, you're going to have to come help me. As long as my pizza looks better than that.
Anything would look better than this. Anything would look better than that. Probably cut that up and put it in the dog bowl over there. Mariner loves when I mess up. He's the only one over here rooting for me to mess up. Leave it. It's still kind of hot, though. Still kind of hot. Too thick, not stretching dough properly. My headaches will go away if I use your recipe. So I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I did not make this recipe. I bought it from the store. And I'm just about as patient with it as I am with the rest of this stuff right now.
You just needed more flour or cornmeal.
What do you got? What's yours looking like?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Comparatively.
Comparatively. Let me zoom in a little bit on Saye there, and let's see him pull that thing out.
Not really round, but is my dough cooked all the way through? Yes, it is. Hey, my pepperoni's done too.
Your pepperoni's done, huh?
Yeah, that's what happens when you get it hot there. It actually cooks the meat. It's lunchtime. Derek, you want an actual piece of pizza?
Yeah, probably. And to the four of y'all that are with us right now, I really appreciate it. It's about to start raining, and he's got a hard time to be back at the dock in the next 15, 20 minutes. So I need to go ahead and wrap all this up and get going to beat the rain, and so I don't get in trouble by...
Don't worry, we're good.
You good?
Yeah, and we're going to take care of them. Don't worry.
So, all right, well,
cheers.
Yeah, let's try a piece. Oh, man. Pizza is good. All right, now we can end it. Thanks again, guys. When we got a little bit more time, I wanted to get the drone in the air, but with this rain coming, we're not going to be able to. And
it'll happen.
He's got to get back to the dock to actually go probably do a lot better job. Like I said, this is what he's cooking on, not this one. He's going to a buddy's house to cook some more tonight. And yeah, so see you next time. I did put my Tim, I did put my Instagram in there. Hopefully you got Instagram. Send me your email. Let's get in touch. Y'all take care. Actually, I'm seeing Alex in here again now, and Cuban Rum. The three of y'all, send me your emails. This camera here, my other camera just died because there's a short in that plug, so I need to mess with that. But send me y'all's emails on Instagram. Love to get in touch with you. And I've got a round of swag going to be made next. I'll send some swag to your house. Obviously, Say you're getting some too. But see you on the water.
See you on the water. It's definitely raining.